Okay, doctorarjaybe / Dr. Bruno for the next topic, which is the end of life. I have to mention that my wife is a nurse practitioner, and she does palliative care. And palliative care is basically a care for somebody who is late in life and has gone through all the treatment that they can for whatever problem that they have. And at this point, we're talking about just trying to make them comfortable. Um, uh, let's say somebody who has, a severe heart disease or cancer that's not responding to treatment. And so at this point, the idea is to just make the person comfortable. Um, the palliative care person will try to use medications to take care of discomfort, take care of any symptoms that the person might have. Let's say somebody who has severe heart failure and isn't able to be active anymore, medications will be used to take care of any fluid problems, help with the breathing, etc. Eventually, if things go on and the person deteriorates further, they would be talked about hospice then. Hospice is basically for somebody who has not too much time left to live, and who basically has decided that they no longer want to go back and forth to the hospital, and would like to be usually treated at home or someplace where they can just be cared for. When somebody is on hospice, there's a lot of things that are available through the insurance. If let's just say somebody needs a hospital bed for the home, that can be arranged. Different treatments can be arranged that may not be normally paid for under usual insurance. So it is an option to help somebody who is no longer going to be able to be cured because their disease has gotten too far advanced. I know there's the urban myth that once you go on hospice, you're basically killed by the hospice nurse. And, that's good television, but it's not reality. The person who is on hospice, they basically are being given medication to try to make them comfortable. But they don't even put people on hospice if they know that they have a long time to live. You don't go on hospice if they predict that you're going to be alive for the next 5 years. Usually we're talking about hospice for somebody who maybe has, weeks to live. And so the whole idea is to try to make somebody comfortable and to allow them to be back at home with their family instead of spending all their last time in the hospital. It's really an attempt to be kind to somebody when you go on hospice. Like I said, so the family can be with the person who's on the hospice, and the person is still being taken care of by the medical community. I hope that people get this idea, because when I was in practice, sometimes people would fight being on hospice or palliative care, thinking that, oh no, if I decide to do that, then I'm going to die. Well, unfortunately, we all are going to die. It's just a matter of how you go. If I had certain diseases after the age of 80, I would probably just say to the doctor, okay, hook me up with the hospice people. I'll go naturally. Before there was medical care, people just died at home, and died naturally. Now that we have all the advances in medicine, we can keep people alive for a while, but may not be keeping them alive in a comfortable state. Um, to extend somebody's life who's in pain and suffering, that's not really a very kind thing to do. Um, and hopefully families understand this and are willing to agree to end-of-life type care so that their loved one doesn't have to go through pain and suffering. Okay, well, hopefully this helps anybody who has to go to that situation.